All right, YouTube says we're live. It's August 3rd, approximately 5:40 p.m. Central Time here in Wisconsin. Um, just stumbled across some of the body cam footage from the George Floyd arrest incident. And I thought I would share with you all. And I can't wait all day. All right, AB, just give me a second. I'm going to show this 8-minute video. I mean, and then would you like to come up after it's over? Because I don't know if it's even going to, if it's going to glitch out to any of you YouTube creators out there. I don't know if you got the email from StreamYard, which I think I'm about to find out if it's true, but they upgraded StreamYard for better quality, etc. Sister, yep, false flag. I agree strongly, very much so. I'll give everybody a shout out here in a minute. I know you're messing with me, but I know you want to jump on up. Sister Capricorn's in the house. Let me go real quick. Brother AB's in the house. Sister Diane Blue in the house. Sports fan Minx. Sister Minnie's in the house. Country Boy Logan's in the house. Sister Andrea Weimer's in the house. Sister Renee Vester's in the house. Sister Rhonda R's in the house. Quincy's in the house. Long time no see. Or maybe you've been in and out. I just haven't seen you, but I haven't done many live streams. Sharona in the house. Hello, everyone. Angel Cortita. Sister Angel Cortita's in the house. Great to see you as always. Sister Janet Bolt's in the house. Much love. Sandra loves Lord Jesus. That's a great name. Scarlett Poppyfield in the house. Kelly Kabuski's in the house. All right, it says 27 in the house. Love Pugs is in the house. Great to see you. I'm going to try my hardest to play this, and hopefully it comes out okay, the quality, because as many of y'all know, sharing the screen lately, we've had a lot of issues, and that goes with a Wake Up's channel, etc. You know, when we share screen, it's all blotchy and blurry and stuff. But like I said, I got this, if I can find it real quick, an email this morning. So we'll see if it's how truthful it is, and then I'll get to the video. Bear with me here. Here we go. Now my phone's going slow. Greg from StreamYard. Hello, Greg here. I'm excited to announce that StreamYard has made some major updates. 720p quality improvements. As of this morning, we have greatly improved the picture quality of the 720p broadcast on all plans. Free Basic Pro. Your camera screen share and video overlays will look better. I guess a lot of people complained enough to where maybe they did something. So without further ado, I'm going to play this video. I haven't seen it yet. Just letting everybody know. Once I saw it on ABL and then went to the link to the actual video, I believe it's 8 minutes long. I clicked it on. I decided to go live with it and share it. So I'm going to be watching it for the first time, as you all are, if you haven't seen it yet. So anyways, once I go share the screen, I won't be able to see any of your all's comments. Blazer 101, George Floyd was on drugs. Yeah, his toxicology definitely came back that he was on this is what they say: crystal meth, cocaine, fentanyl, THC, some other stuff too. But was it a false flag event? Oh, wait, you can't say that on YouTube. I strongly believe it is, as many of y'all do. And once again, people, a false flag event doesn't mean a hoax. False flags. People do die in false flags. So, a false flag event is to create a create chaos that could help the American people back a president, a sitting president or government to go to war. It could be set to cause civil unrest like we're seeing today, cause a more divide in our country, civil unrest between the left and the right, cause racism, etc. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and do this share screen. And once again, this is the first time I will be watching it. So I'm not sure what to expect. And I hope the quality comes out good. And I'm not saying that because I want to see, George Floyd being killed. I'm just saying the quality of the share screen part. And I hope it's not all robotic or the share screen. Turn this down. Robotic or extremely blurry. So here we go. How's all that? Once again, I haven't seen this. First time for me. This is the some of the body cam from the arrest of George Floyd. So, warning, the following video contains images that some viewers may find upsetting.
I see your hands. Damn, man. Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand. I'm sorry. Let me see your other hand. Both hands. Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand. Put your hand up there. Put your hand up there. Hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel. Who else is in the car?
All right, the bleeping part is not the video. It's actually bleeping out the cuss words. So.
Put your foot back in. I'm so sorry. God dang, man. Man, I got shot the same way as I was before. Okay, well, when I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up. I'm so sorry. You got them? Man, dang, man. Put your hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head. Step out of the vehicle and step away from me, all right? Step out and face away. Step out and face away. Please don't shoot me. Please, man. I'm not going to shoot you. Step out and face away. I'm going to get out of here, man. Please don't shoot me, man. Please, man. I just lost my mom, man. Step out and face away. Step out and face away. Please don't shoot me, Mr. Officer. Please. Don't shoot me, man. Step out and face away. You're not shooting me, man? I'm not shooting you. Step out and face away. Okay. Please, man. Please. I didn't know, man. Get out of the car. I didn't know, Mr. Officer. I didn't know. Right now. Stop moving. Put your hand behind your back then. I'm not going to do nothing. On the floor. Get it on. Hey, you come back. Stay in the car. Stop resisting, man. Yes, you are.
Real quick, I saw something in the chat. Sister Rhonda R. Did they say he had a twin brother? No, the guy was actually good friends of his. Played professional football and did a lot of commentary on a channel, but they looked a lot alike, and that's why they called themselves twins. They had no blood relation at all. They were not brothers. That is something I found out by doing research. So no, he did not have a twin brother. He had a good friend that played, like I said, many years of pro football, and like I said, he's a commentary on some NFL channels, but definitely not blood related.
Against the wall. Yes.
What I doing?
We're figuring out what's going on. Drop the bag.
Figure out what's going on.
Adam, what's the problem?
It ain't us.
We was getting a ride.
I just got my phone fixed. It's my ex-man.
Adam don't be.
It's my ex.
You good?
Get my car. That's it, man.
Well, I'm going to answer some questions here. I hate to keep pausing it. Didn't the cop and Floyd work somewhere at one time? Yes, they worked at the I forgot what the name of the bar, a Latino bar. The officer that had his knee on his neck worked there 17 years. Floyd worked security inside and on the back door of a nightclub. But once again, I saw Fayette Lean God, if I'm saying that right. I know I've seen you in here many times. Says, yes, he does have a twin brother. I found it weird. Yeah, that was definitely debunked. I'll have to do a video on that as well. Good to see you, Benji, everybody. If y'all want, since it's only it just started 2 minutes and 46 seconds in, some people just joining, I'll just start it from the beginning. And then when I get off, when it's over, then I'll bring up AB if he's willing and talk about. I honestly think this was released and they said it was leaked to create more racial divide and more outrage among the community, because clearly when the officer is trying to pull him out of the car, you know, you're going to see pity for him because he was, you know, begging, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Is this another ploy to cause more riots, more so-called peaceful protests? Is BLM going to hike up their, you know, whatever? I strongly believe that this is why this video, they say, was leaked.
I see your hands.
Damn, man.
Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other hand.
Please, but I
Both hands.
do nothing.
Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand. Put your hand up there. Put your hand up there. Hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel.
I'm sorry, brother.
Who else is in the car?
This is my
Put your
friend.
foot back in.
I'm so sorry. God dang, man. Man, I got shot the same way as I was before.
Okay, well, when I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up.
I'm so sorry, bro.
You got them?
Man, dang, man.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Last time I got shot like that was I was
Hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head. Step out of the vehicle and step away from me, all right? Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me. Please, man.
I'm not going to shoot you. Step out and face away.
I'm gonna get out of here, man. Please don't shoot me, man. Please, man. I just lost my mom, man.
Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me, Mr. Officer. Please don't shoot me, man.
Step out and face away.
You're not shooting me, man.
I'm not shooting you. Step out and face away.
Okay. Please, man. Please. I didn't know, man.
Get out of the car.
I didn't know, Mr. Officer. I didn't know.
Right now.
Now, clearly, you could hear the passenger, one of the females, even told Floyd to stop resisting. Just by him sitting in the car after being told numerous times by an officer to get out of the car and him trying to keep from coming out of the car, that technically by law is considered a form of resisting an officer.
Get go home. Hey, you come back. Stay in the car. Stop resisting, man. Yes, you are. Stand up. Against the wall. We're figuring out what's going on. Drop the bag.
Figure out what's going on.
What's the problem?
It ain't us.
We was in the ride,
I
sir.
just got my phone fixed.
It's my accident. Adam told me.
That's my ex.
Are you good?
He keeps telling me, come get my car.
That's it, man. You can ask Mr. Adam about me.
Do you have ID?
I'm on 38 to the dollar.
320 or 44.
You ask Mr. Adam about me, sir. I just came to buy a tablet, and when I bought a tablet, it didn't.
Oh my God. He didn't even do nothing.
You have ID?
No, I don't. My name's Shawan Hill. No.
Sir.
Okay.
I just came over to get my phone to see I don't have a purse or nothing. And my daughter is on her way to get me.
What's the deal?
I don't
Adam
know.
knows me, sir.
That's my ex. I don't know.
Why is he getting all squirrely and not showing his hands and just being all weird like that?
Because he's been shot before. He don't
Well, I
wanna-
get that, but still, when officers say get out of the car, is he drunk? Is he on something?
Oh, he got a thing going on. I'm telling you
What
about
does
the
that mean?
police. We have problems all the time when they come, especially when that man spit that gun like that. It's been one.
What's your first name?
He's pretty good. George Floyd.
What is it?
He's a good guy. George Floyd, she said. Ouchie,
What,
man.
are you on something right now?
No, nothing.
Because you acting all erratic.
Man,
Let's go.
yeah, man.
Let's go.
God, man. Yes. Yes, I was just moving earlier.
Let's go.
All right, let me come on down now. This is a little better now.
Keep walking.
Okay, now, do me one favor, man.
No, let me get to the car. Let's get to the car, man. Come on.
Hey, man. Oh, man. God, don't leave me, man. Please, man, leave me, man.
Here.
I
I want to watch that car too, so get him in.
Now, one of the things that I have to say about the George Floyd incident, and you hear him now, like I said, it's the first time I'm watching it. He said he's claustrophobic, but if you're claustrophobic, he's been arrested. He has a huge rap sheet, but he wasn't claustrophobic when he was in the driver's seat of a vehicle. What would make him claustrophobic in the back seat of a squad car? That just makes no sense. But once again, I saw somebody in the chat real quick said the officer gave him plenty of time. He was being very civil. You know, you can clearly see that George Floyd is kind of more or less playing like a victim, and in his resisting, he's not fighting or combative or cussing out officers, but that still is a form of resisting. You know, he's not quite under arrest right now. He's detained, but by not getting out of the car or the SUV, by holding the steering wheel, nowhere in the news have I yet to see where he was ever shot before by a police officer. So I think that was a bogus story they were saying. But once again, I strongly believe that this so-called leaked that we're watching right now, leaked body cam, was done purposely to create more sympathy and more civil unrest between, and more racial divide, because this is going to go viral. I just snagged it up through ABL and wanted to share with you all, show you all. But I don't know. There's always reasons for everything, and it just doesn't add up.
Hey, on your feet and face the car door. You get a search on him?
No. Please, can I talk to you, man? I just want to talk to you, man. Please, let me talk to you, please.
Man, you ain't listening to nothing we're saying, so we're not going to listen
What's up, Bambooski?
to nothing you're saying. Can you watch that car? Just make sure no one goes in it. I hear you, but you are going to face the door right now. Listen up. Stop.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything y'all tell me to do, man. I'm not listening, man. I'm not. You can ask him. He know me here.
Get this side.
God, man, I won't do nothing like that, y'all. Why is it going on like this? Look at my wrist, Mr. Officer. I'm not that kind of guy.
The other side.
Mr. Officer, I'm not that kind of guy.
Stop.
Please. I'm not that kind of guy, Mr. Officer. Please.
Face away.
Hey, man. Don't leave me by myself, man. Please. I'm just claustrophobic. That's it.
Well, you're still going in the car.
I won't do nothing to hurt y'all, Mr. Officer. No, sir. No, I don't have nothing. Why y'all doing me like that, Mr. Officer? Please crack it for me and stuff, man. I am claustrophobic for real, Mr. Officer.
You got him?
Can you please crack it for me, please?
Yes, I'll
Remember my
crack
name.
it.
Stay
I
with me,
will.
man.
I will.
Please stay with me, man. Thank you. God, man. I don't know how to do that, man. Please, man. I don't know, man. I don't do none of y'all, man. Nothing.
You got it?
Inside any pocket real quick on your shirt? I'm listening. And I understand that people do stuff.
All right, he's good. This guns, whatever. There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Grab a seat.
I'll
I'll roll the windows down, okay?
Please don't take a seat. I'm going in, Mr. Officer. I'm going in. No, you're not. I gotta go in. Take a seat.
Grab a seat.
Why y'all don't believe me, Mr. Officer? Take a seat. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, man. Take a seat.
That's clearly resisting right there as well. A lot of holes in this story for sure.
I'm gonna die here. Take a seat. I'm gonna die, man. You need to take a seat right now. And I just asked you.
Couple things here. I believe too this was definitely a false flag type style event to cause what we're going through right now, to kick it off. In the beginning, he begs and pleads, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Then he says he just lost his mom. I've been shot before. And then he's claustrophobic. He's almost childlike in being scared, which is going to pull at the heartstrings, and it's going to bring anger. So once again, like I repeat myself a lot, but I strongly believe that this was released, said leaked. It was leaked, but let's see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours when it comes to the release of this video. I'm sure this will be taken down, or if it's not taken down, it just goes to show YouTube, as we all know, wants this stuff to be spread around.
Man, I don't want to go back to that.
Okay, I'll roll the windows down. Hey, listen.
Dang, man.
Listen.
I'm not that kind of guy.
I'll roll the windows down and
Please,
you pull your
man.
legs in, all right? I'll put the air on.
God, look at that. Look at that.
Not even listening.
Look at it.
We can fix it right now while you're standing out here.
Okay, man. God, y'all do me bad, man. Man, I don't want to try to win. I don't want to win. I'm claustrophobic. I got anxiety. I don't want to do nothing to them.
I'll roll the window down.
Man, I'm scared. When I start breathing, it's going to go off on me, man.
Pull your legs in.
Okay. Let me count to three. I'm going in. Please, I'm not trying to win. I get on the ground, anything. I can't stand this, man. He know it.
I was called. We can talk.
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm hearing you, but you're not working with me.
God, I'm claustrophobic, man.
Well, have your butt over here. I'm going to pull you in.
Get in the car. In the front.
No, you're not getting in the front.
I'm claustrophobic. I was
Get in the car.
Okay, man. Okay. I'm not a bad guy, man.
Get in the car.
I'm not a bad.
Moneyball, cops are so ready to kill. You really need to look at statistics. More white males were killed in 2019 by officers. Unarmed white males were killed by police officers. 9 unarmed black males were killed by police officers in 2019, unarmed. Planned Parenthood killed over 600,000 African American babies in 2019. 8 out of the 9 African American males that were shot and killed in 2019 were in the middle of a felony act. One was stabbing his girlfriend to death. One was beating one by baseball bats, etc. So, when mainstream media grabs a hold of something like this, and you have all the numbers and the statistics don't lie. I'm just saying, if people are so worried about the lives of African Americans, you really need to turn towards Planned Parenthood. 2019, once again, over 600,000 over 600,000 African American babies were aborted, killed, and 9 African American unarmed men were shot and killed. 8 out of the 9 were in the middle of convicting or committing a felony crime, but they just didn't happen to have a handgun. They had another weapon. One actually tackled a female officer and was beating her half to death trying to get her gun. She managed to get her gun and shoot one of the individuals. Was he unarmed? Yes. It's not like people are just hopping and skipping and high-fiving and doing jump rope and the cops drive by and shoot them. You got to do your due diligence and research. And this is all well orchestrated right here. This is the one time that we as a nation should have been united, because everybody agreed, the officer, when it comes to blacks, whites, Mexicans, whatever, agreed that George Floyd was killed by that officer, and that officer deserved to be charged with first-degree murder, and everybody was on board. And then you got the Al Sharptons, the Jesse Jacksons, race baiters, etc., and BLM, Black Lives Matter, took it to a new level, and then the riots began, etc. That's what they want. That's what the global elites want. Look what's happening today. But anyways, how do they say? I digress.
I can't joke. I can't breathe. Please. Fine. My wrist, man. My wrist, man, please. I can't take this, man. I can't. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground.
Still in the squad.
I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm going down. Squad. I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm not breathing. I know I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm like COVID, man. I can't breathe.
All right, well, that was all of it. I see somebody got timed out. Moneyball. Yes, they are very good cops. So it was probably sarcastic, but everybody's entitled to their own opinions. We have great law enforcement. Well, our sister in Christ here. Option 1, wait. 2, tase. Well, you know what? You bring up a point there. They should have tased them. Well, they're not beating the crap out of them. They're just trying to get him into the back of the squad car, and he's saying he can't breathe. He's dying. So what, you think they should have tased him when he was complaining that he was claustrophobic and he was going to die, blah, 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 which I'm not saying blah, 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 blah in a negative way. Some people believe that George Floyd's still alive. Me, no. He definitely, the life was snuffed out of him. I'll leave this part up, and towards the end of the live stream, I will play it one more time for people that come in and hadn't seen it. But that was the end of that part. And you do hear him saying something about having a heart attack, and I believe one of the officers says to call medical, and I guess that's as far as it went with the leaked footage. There might be a longer video out, but that was the best I could find right there. So let me remove that and see if Brother AB wants to jump up, or I don't know if he took off. Hold on, I gotta. Anyways, 54 in the house. Saul Goodman, look up. I'm just here to make you think. 3 red flags in GF case, George Floyd case, the body cam on the other officer, no footage, heavily edited. Well, that's yeah. I mean, it's fishy, but once again, I believe that this video was supposedly leaked. These videos were leaked for sympathy for George Floyd, and we all had sympathy um, that he was killed by that officer. But I mean, look what happened afterwards. What happened and the what we have going on right now with these riots, so-called peaceful protest, etc. And it's terrible that he lost his life, but I think it was all orchestrated. I don't know if he knew he was going to be sacrificed, and that's what I would call that. If that's the way it went down, George Floyd was definitely sacrificed by the shadow government, deep state, globalist elite, new world order, etc. A lot of symbolism in the world, or the whole world deal, if you ask me. Oh, I read that wrong. A lot of symbolism in the whole deal, if you ask me. Sorry, I read that. I must be dyslexic. I gotta get checked for that. But I sent AB a link, but I'm sure he's I don't know. Let me check, see if he sent me. Nope, he didn't send me a message. So, but the thing is, I believe this is all connected. BLM, pedophiles, and left when they open up the sealed records, Epstein, and that things that look like women, hello, etc. Yeah, a lot of things. I was on Twitter the other night, and I shared this with Sister Wake Up, Sister Casey, AB, etc. And I'm just going to show you the screenshot. But when it comes to can't say it on YouTube, it's heavily censored. When it comes to COVID-19, if a black cop had his knee on Trump's neck for 9 minutes, there's AB. What's
Might be
taking,
a little
baby?
loud. My headset didn't work. If you got a lot of background noise, let me know and I'll kick back on.
Sound good, bro. What's
Okay, so
shaking?
food for thought. Food for thought. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all those, they shut down these doctors talking about good things with COVID. But yet we put out something like this little video that might stir the pot back up again.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
What do you think about it? That's
I honestly didn't think about that until when I set it all up and I was going to hit play. And as I was watching it, I hear him, pleading to the cop, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. My mom just died. And like I said, it's going to tug at the heartstrings. It's going to create a lot of anger, and there's going to be another uproar. You're completely right. That's what I strongly believe. And where have you heard anything on all these channels and videos talking about George Floyd? They talk about he was a porn star. He was, arrested. He did 5 years in prison.
Man, this guy's done it all, dude. He's done it all.
But he said he was shot by a cop before. That would have been all over the news too. That crickets. I never heard that.
Didn't his girlfriend? I thought I heard her say he's been shot before, but she didn't say by a cop.
That wasn't his girlfriend.
Was it?
Or his?
I don't know.
You mean the woman that was there said he'd been shot before on the video?
She was up against the wall. Yeah.
I thought that was
that he was her ex or something.
I didn't hear that part. The two just said they gave him a ride. They had no part of what was going on.
I thought she said, "Hey, that's my ex." I don't know. I was trying to listen to it, but
it would have been all over the news because
look, we had a little spark going. Let's throw a little diesel fuel on there and add a little gasoline with diesel. Let's get this fire back to going.
That's exactly how I feel. Once I started watching it, clicked in my brain. Wait a minute, they're just showing the parts where he's begging and pleading and stuff. Justin, thank you so much. You always bring the truth. God bless. Thank you, Sister Jeep Jean. Going real quick, this is a little off topic, but we talked about it on a Wake Up's channel. AB and I have talked about it personally, on phone calls. When it comes to kids going back to school, and if one child comes down, that the child is infected, that they have the right to close the school off and quarantine the whole school, and you're gonna have a hell of a time getting your kid back, etc. That actually did happen. I did the screenshot but it says right here, it says the school reopened. It had to quarantine students within hours.
Now,
That was on
remind
Twitter.
me, which communist state was that?
That's the whole problem. I clicked on it. I didn't because I was looking for something on Twitter, and this is a screenshot. Now I don't know. I'd have to really go look hard and search for it, or it was probably already taken down off of Twitter. That's why I was aggravated. I didn't take time to read the whole story. But we've already talked about that many times. What's going to happen if one of the kids tests positive or a teacher tests positive? They're going to quarantine, put everything on lockdown, and it happened. Once again, I mean, you clearly state, and this wasn't, this was a, man, damn Chinese and Russians messing up my camera. A school reopened. It had to quarantine students within hours. I don't remember. That was what, 2 days ago?
Yeah, a couple
AB?
days ago you sent me that. I
Yeah.
can't remember. I can look back on the text message. Yeah,
That's
we're
what's-
starting school. We're starting school where I live Wednesday. And
Wednesday?
they have addressed it as probably as well as you could with this deal. But we'll just see. I'll keep it posted of what goes on where I live.
All we've heard is crickets right now, and then we have the new mask mandate and stricter executive orders coming from the Governor Tony Evers, who's a piece of garbage. So I'm kind of wondering if we're going to follow like California and not let our kids go back to school, or
I
it's
read
going to.
that the governor of Maryland, I think Hogan, he kind of stepped in. They wanted to do something about private schools or shut them down or make them wait, and he stepped in and changed that. So what I read, my hat's off to that governor.
Oh, absolutely. That's awesome. Hold on, Benji. I don't believe GF George Floyd was a good person, nor do I think Derek Chavez was good. Either both involved in criminal behavior. Yeah, they worked together. There's so many things it could be. They knew each other no matter what. I can't stand when people say, well, maybe they just didn't know each other because they didn't cross paths. When you are on security detail at a nightclub, restaurant type thing, you are in contact with every single person, every security guard. You have a walkie-talkie because if someone shoots the place and is running through or there's a fight, you got to call. So all the security officers, can go break up the fight, etc. How many years did they know each other? I don't know, but I know it was well over 1 year, if not 10 years. I don't know, but
I just get to the point where I didn't want to see it anymore. I mean, because I know what it's going to do. It's going to light that fire again, and we've got so many damn things going on right now, and man, it's rumors of war. You got crazy fires in California.
oh yeah, and that's another thing too. Those fires in California. Go ahead.
Oh, they're all at the fault lines. They all, and I listened to Dutch Sense, and he had a really good point. A lot of people said it. There was no, they're saying arson. Well, I mean, arson's easy to put that on, but it's kind of strange. All the fires are right on the fault lines.
Yeah, the fault lines, that could be by magma spewing, and they showed it was a clear day, so it wasn't lightning, etc. And they said they have the fires zero contained. They don't have a handle on it at all. But when you have Agenda 21, the map of Agenda 21 You have, you know, shoot, almost the whole state of California is going to be not, you know, certain people, you can't live there. So the best way to do, just like they did in a lot of places in California, burn the place up, have FEMA come in, burn the houses down, and then FEMA says, well, you can't rebuild on this property, you know, because of such and such, such and such. And, you know, we'll buy the land off you for pennies on the dollar. And
also think about if they come out and, you know, they really spook people about how bad, you know, the situation is with the fault lines, the slip that may happen. Then that'll just send the money downhill. So it's always a money racket going on with that. You know,
well, it's all about
invest in property.
right. It's you know, you have levels of money corruption, but then when you get to the global elites, it's no longer about money because they have so much money. When you're talking about people like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds that have trillions of dollars,
They can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it's not about money no more. It's about power, you know. And
Sal, yeah, that's a good statement. I agree. They've got ulterior plans for every other plan. B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down through the alphabet.
yeah, exactly.
They've got the resources and they've got everything, and everybody else that's in their pocket, they can make it happen. They just might have to change the storyline up a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna address this, and you're 100% correct. The guy that was shot and killed, who stole the taser from the police officer. You had the DA come in right afterwards to charge the officer with first-degree murder. Said that he had a taser.
It's political.
Yeah, it was a political move, is what it was. Because maybe they didn't want more riots. You know, that's bullshit. Pardon my French, but they burnt down the Wendy's, etc. But clearly, with better footage, they showed that the taser that he grabbed hadn't even been fired yet. The other officer fired his taser, but they show slow motion when he turns around, when he's running from the officer, he deploys that taser. You can see the flash, and you can see the prongs go right over the officer's head, and the officer returns fire and shoots. That's what they teach in the academy. I've been doing a lot of research on too. If you're an officer and someone steals your taser, they can shoot you with the taser, incapacitate you, take your gun, shoot and kill you. And some people are like,
there haven't been any more. I mean, I haven't seen it, which I ain't been. I'm trying to steer clear of too much of the damn negativity. But I'm surprised that the George Floyd or the Wendy situation hadn't happened yet. We got enough craziness in Portland, burning Bibles and everything else.
Exactly. Well, they burnt that whole Wendy's down that guy was shot and killed at.
Yeah.
But, you know, he fought them officers. But people say, oh, well, you know, he may have fired the taser at him, but his partner, you know, was there too. Well, if his partner was a few steps behind or still, you know, on the ground from getting his ass whooped, he could have shot the guy, you know, shot the officer, took his gun, killed that officer, and then killed the other officer. The man didn't want to go back to prison because he was on parole anyways, but he had a very violent history of child abuse, spousal abuse, except, you know, it was a long rap sheet. And he knew that with him being on parole, if people don't know, I'm not saying, what's up there, Born Eraser? Great to see you, everybody. See, I don't know how to do it. It's not like the old days. Click on the picture and subscribe, but strongly urge everybody show some support and subscribe to Born Eraser. He's got some great information on his channel. But real quick, he knew he was going back to prison. Parole is like probation, but parole is where you get out of prison early on good behavior or overcrowding. You are put on parole. You have to see a parole officer every month or maybe every 2 weeks, this and that. If you screw up, then you go back to prison to finish out the years you have. That's what he was facing. So he knew, you know, he failed the DUI test, and he knew he was going to jail, and that would have violated his parole. And people get desperate because they don't want to go back to prison, and that's what happened in that situation.
A lot of this, Justin, reminds me of a bunch of movies, even going back to the 80s. There's one with Kurt Russell, with all the riding. I can't remember the name of it. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Running Man, where it's all like they film him and they change it where he's doing something else to create chaos. You know, that's what I feel like the media does. I mean, they spin it perfectly. You know, to get what.
Well, yeah. And it's all owned by these big globalists too, etc. Because you ever watch the YouTube videos where they all say the same headline? You know, now it's what is it called? Reimagining police officer, reimagining policing. I don't remember exactly how they said it, but it was on every single liberal news channel there was. But it's hard to find a conservative channel regardless, because Fox News is slipping down the old leftist wing part, if you ask me.
Look. Even though we think there's people think Sean Hannity are liberal, bottom line, look how much money they're worth. Look how much money they make off this.
They make a fortune. Yeah. Can you bounce out? Did you get a text or a call?
No, I didn't. I can bounce out. I'll be right back.
All right, something was up with his audio right there. I am it's 42 in the house. Before I'm going to be jumping off here shortly. I'm ready to get the hell out of here. Screw the whole damn government, bunch of Satan ass kissers. I'm fed up. Love you all, locked and loaded. I feel you, brother. But like I seen another YouTuber this morning.
Headset went back to working. That'll be better.
Okay, much better. There was a YouTuber that I follow. He's a little messed up in the head, but he was on the phone he's trying his hardest to travel to the UK. And I typed in the UK is very dangerous. And I said, no matter where you go, you can't hide from this. This is going to be global. It's already global. Look at, the mandates on COVID, the lockdowns, etc. There will be no place to hide.
Brandon, you can't go nowhere because I'll miss your music, brother. We're going to grin and bear it. We're going to grin and bear it. We're going to get through it one way or the other. Might not be fun, but.
No, I know that. They are there for division. You got that right. Yep. Follow the money always. Let me give a shout out if I can. Boy, it's way up here. U.S. Army Brattenhouse, good to see you. George Floyd and the officer knew each other before the incident. Yep, long before the incident. He committed suicide by cop, plain and simple. I don't think you're talking about George Floyd, Sister DB. I know that. Quentin. All right, Quentin's in the house again. If I said your name on the last shout out, Sister Love Pug's in the house. I don't know if y'all know this. Fun fact: Sister Love Pug was a Marine. Freaking Marine.
Badass Semper Fi.
Yeah, 105 pounds.
Thank you for your service.
Yep, always.
Anybody that's on there in the military, I don't know y'all are in the military. Anybody on thank you for your service. All the police officers, we got one. At least I know there's probably a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate what y'all do.
Absolutely. Saul Goodman is in the house. Once again, if you all haven't seen Better Call Saul on if you want to see something hilarious. Great show. One of my favorite shows. It's a spinoff of Breaking Bad. Sister Jana Bowl, Sister Angel Cortita, Rhonda R's in the house. Fayette Lingard, I'm not saying your name right. I'm sorry, I butcher everybody's name. Tippy Vegan for Life, George Floyd caused all of this. No, actually, I don't believe you did. I think it was definitely a false flag event to spark off all this stuff, because there for a couple days, everybody was united. Even officers, white people, black people, Mexicans,
can't have
Chinese,
that.
whatever.
No, we can't have that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Once they seen that everybody was sick into their stomach and they were all saying that was murder, those police officers, or at least the one officer, should go to jail for murder. Police officers around the world or the country were saying it. White people were saying it. Native Americans were saying it. Once, you know, everybody was in agreement. And was it 2 or 3 days later, all shit hit the fan. You got Al Sharpton out there and Jesse Jackson, all of them going on there race baiting and stirring the pot. And then boom, throw a gallon of Black Lives Matter in there and a gallon of Antifa and then spark, boom, boom. There's your explosion of major racial divide. John Davis, great acting. Yeah, he was. The parts of the video. Once again, they took out the parts where you feel sympathy and you feel bad for George Floyd, but you still have to remember, yes, he did not deserve to die that way. Was it a false flag? Once again, people, a hoax and a false flag are two different things. A false flag is people do die in false flags. A hoax, people don't die. But it's a spinoff. It's just like a video I watched today of these two people that were out eating burritos sitting on a bench. But this guy had a body camera. Did you see that? Or did you send that? You mailed that to me.
I'm the one that sent that to you. She won't do that again because her poor boyfriend got his ass beat.
Oh yeah, I beat the crap out of him. I wonder if I can look that up in my history and show it. I'll wait till a different time because I'm going to show the George Floyd video
I got another one too. Some chick goes off in Walmart. Her and her husband, mainly her, goes off on some teenagers. I got that one today too. And the teenagers just laughing because they weren't wearing a mask.
That's funny. Jeep Gene in the house. Once again, Quentin. A lot of y'all probably still aren't here. So good. Miss Sister Rhonda R. Sister Renee Bester. Janet Bolt. Sister Janet Bolt.
Josh H. That's funny. Yeah, I think that's funny. Put Josh's comment up.
Was it? I was getting ready to. Was that the one about does his gun need a mask?
No. Josh H says AB freight rates looking sexier than you in your wig.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough call there. AB's got that wig on, Josh. I ain't got it on today. I left it in the garage. There it is. AB freight rates looking sexier than you in your wig. The other one was, hey, does my gun have my gun have to wear a mask? Asking for a friend. That was funny as shit. That was funny.
I'm just sitting back waiting, man. Just seeing how all this plays out.
Sister Miss Mary's in the house. Brother Michael Gale's in the house. Great to see you, brother. Little Cam 51 in the house. James for Gen Z for Edward Snowden. I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, once again, that video was definitely leaked out. Give it 24 to 48 hours and let's see. And you know what? In a way, I'm a little responsible because I'm going to be showing it again. Josephine's in the house. Sister Josephine Haley's in the house. All right, if I missed your name, you all, I apologize. And
I apologize because I don't get on here and name everybody's name. I say hello, everybody. I get tired of sitting here pecking on the phone. So don't take it personal. I just say hey to everybody. So I get everybody.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
I need to jump off here. I'm fixing to go in here and show my ass. I've been sitting here about 2 hours for one damn pallet, and I'm getting a little agitated. You don't take it as a guess. Sal, come on now.
If y'all don't know what a lot lizard is, it's a prostitute at a truck stop. Lot lizards, that's what they call them.
Yeah, somebody laughed at that. They didn't know what that was. I can't remember who I was talking to on the phone. What is a lot lizard? That's what we call them females that walk around the parking lot.
That's too funny. All right, brother, if you jump off, I'm going to play this George Floyd video one more time. And I know if y'all want to watch it again, you can. If you don't, jump off. But it's going to be for some people that came in and haven't seen it. Once again, when I first showed it, it's 8 minutes and something long. that was the first time I had seen the video along, with everybody. So I'm going to play it again.
And as I always say to folks, the stores look probably as good as they can look. Keep prepping. Keep you some food.
The price
some of those pews. Prices went up. I can say prices went up.
$5.47 a pound for beef hamburger meat.
It's going to go up even more.
Oh, I know it is. It's outrageous. We haven't seen nothing yet, people. Everybody thinks everything. Now they're saying too that the infection rate and the COVID cases are higher than they were back in March and shoot. I don't know if it was March and April.
April.
Was it April? I wasn't sure if it was February, but they said that
those damn numbers are so skewed, man.
It's BS. It's total BS. But anyways, hey, you mind giving no sources or whatever, but when it comes to wearing a mask, what you told me today about being seen. I don't know if you want to give out that information. Kind of like
I'm not going to give the guy's name out. I got kind of the beat down on the ride down to Florida because I'm a non-compliant SOB. I've been that way, and sometimes I should have a lot of holes in my feet because there's a lot of dumb things that I don't agree with, and I just don't do them. And I got scolded he said, look, if you're not wearing a mask, they're going to get facial recognition. You're already probably going to get labeled. They're either going to get you with a shot. You're going to have to take some. And what he told me was, I felt like he's probably right, unfortunately. Just like me, I have a CDL license. Okay. Your driver's license. Working in the hospital. One way or the other, they're going to force you to take whatever they got. Or they're going to take everything away from you and you live under a bridge. And, he was like, this was his opinion. Trump may not have bad stuff in the vaccine, but Biden might. I don't know. I tried not to get political. But they've been pushing this plan. They've got the technology. They see you. They know they're listening to us probably right now on this damn video.
Mm-hmm.
They know what people think. So they're labeling folks, and it's technology. And this was by 2025, the technology, the AI will be just like the little stuff that we do on the internet will be totally different,
Right. Real quick, I want to say hi to the NSA. Hey, oops. All right. Anyways, go ahead. I was talking about the mask part, though.
Just not wearing it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. People being stubborn and saying I'm not wearing a mask, but you're being, facial recognition, etc. When how you explain to me.
To stores, they got cameras everywhere. It doesn't matter. They're everywhere on the street. And it'll be social credit scores, all this. And if you're non-compliant, you get punished. You may have to go inside the store and then pull it off. But at least you walk in, you're wearing it. Total non-compliance. And trust me, I've had this in the trucking world. When I've been like really, really non-compliant doing my job, I got punished. That was just. I don't really know how to go into it, but they're figuring out a way to get every damn one of us. And it's like I think they tell them maybe the Muslim religion or whatever. Sometimes you may have to be one of them, or it may not. I shouldn't pick on a religion. You may have to join the bad bunch to get the result that they want. So you may have to do that. You may have to infiltrate and just play along with them to figure it out. I don't know. I just know the technology is ramping up. And I have no e-logs in this truck. I'm non-compliant when it comes to that. And sometimes I'm paying higher insurance rates because of that. So, right. That's my point. I tried to erase a lot of it he said because it pisses me off,
Well, when you talk about it, yeah, I know we're definitely not free, that's for sure. But when you talk about, you got to take the vax to work and all this stuff. Well, the Bible clearly states in Book of Revelation, when it talks about the mark of the beast, it's, to me, it screams the mark of the beast. You can't
I
work.
agree.
You can't go into places. You can't go. You can't buy, sell, or trade, and you face imprisonment. And it'll probably get to the point if you don't comply. Maybe they'll bust out the FEMA camps and put all those
Who knows?
guillotines to use. But as far as I'm concerned, for people that can wear a mask, it's not even worth the argument. I saw that on
I have
Walter
been
Davis.
non-compliant, Justin. I've told you that.
Yeah.
I've put the mask on. I had to take my daughter to the eye doctor. I don't like it. I pull it down over my nose. I don't like breathing my own air.
They were doing that at
And
Walmart behind the counter. Or behind the people working there. But I'm just saying, it's not really going to do any good. Normally, I'd say, just, fight against it. Get you a cheap paper one and just put it on to go through the entrance, like you said. And then if you have to, take it off. And if they ask you, or say you have to wear a mask, you could have, hey, like me, I've got heart issues. I'll find out tomorrow. But, sometimes I got shortness of breath. Or, hey, I've got asthma. I got, but they're not allowed to ask you, say, I got a medical condition because of HIPAA laws, And if they kick you out and it turns out you do have COPD, if you are, stage 3 with COPD, well, guess what? You can turn around and sue the shit out of, a store that kicked you out.
and let me make clear, I'm not in favor of it. I believe it's the biggest bunch of bullshit because they started out no mask. I will not wear a mask. I have a medical condition. Yes, I'm highly allergic to bullshit.
That was a good one there, Josh. That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it gave me food for thought of the future because this thing is changing every day. Something's changing about what they want us to do and everything. It's ridiculous.
Show me Sasquatch. Take it easy, Bob. Thanks for coming in, showing some support. It's all ridiculous. It's crazy. But I'm gonna wrap this up by showing the George Floyd if nobody else saw it. Yes, Scotty.
Yep, I'm gonna jump off here, Justin. Appreciate you.
Hey, drive safe, brother. Drive safe.
I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you. And like I said, get prepped up and stay locked and loaded like this guy over here. Or I don't whichever way I'm supposed to go. This guy over here.
Pew, pew,
yeah.
pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. Y'all have a nice day.
All right. Much love there, brother. All right, everybody. If some of y'all hadn't seen it, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Brother Mark is leaving. Peace, family peeps. Love y'all. God willing, I'll see you later. Didn't even know you were still here. Much love, Brother Mark. Was in a store that required a mask, but I watched the Pepsi, Coke, and Red guys stocking shelves in the store without one. Yeah, the hypocrisy runs deep in all this going on, Ms. Mary. If you haven't seen the video, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, play it again, and then right after, I will be hopping off the live stream. But I might pause it a few times to point out a couple things for anybody that hasn't seen it. Now, like I said before, I believe this was leaked because what better way to stir up the pot and put some gasoline on the fire, like AB said, than go ahead and release certain parts of this video that where you feel much more sympathy for George Floyd than you did before. It's terrible that he was killed. False flag event, definitely. I strongly believe, but he plays the victim card in here, and he talks about being shot by cops. That would have been all over the news. I'm telling you, if he was shot before in the past, it would have been all over. Police already tried to kill George Floyd by shooting him years ago, and now they finally did, something like that. But I'm going to just go ahead and hit play if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it already, you want to jump off. Much love to you all. God bless. If you want to see it again because you might have missed something, stick around. And as soon as this is over, I'm going to be jumping off.
man.
Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other hand.
Please,
Both hands. Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand. Put your hand up there. Put your hand up there. Hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel.
All right, that's where he talks about he was shot before by police. So the instant fear, people are going to feel a lot more sympathy for him. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's going to stir up the pot. We'll find out once again in the next 24 to 48 hours if this is just going to add more fuel to the fire and cause more racial divide.
Who else is in the car? Put your foot back in.
I'm so sorry. God dang, man. Man, I got shot the same way as I was before.
Okay, well, when I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up.
I'm so sorry.
You got them?
Man, dang, man.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Last time I got shot like that was I was
Hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head.
Now, once again, like I said before, just by him putting his head down, staying in the vehicle, after the officer said numerous times to step out of the vehicle, he continues, as you see. Once again, that is a form of resisting arrest, even though he's just being detained at the point that, at this point, they're trying to detain him. People think, oh, it's peaceful. He's not resisting. He's not fighting and punching. Well, in the eyes of the law, this is a form of resisting arrest. I'm not saying it made him a bad guy. And yes, he does have a rap sheet, a mile long, yard long, whatever. But at this point here, he is just not abiding by the law. When an officer tells you to step out, just there's no use arguing. They're doing their job. Just step on out.
Step out of the
But this is a whole different scenario. Once again, this is, I honestly believe, and many of y'all do too, that this was a Fast and Freddy, like Marfuga would say, let a false flag.
vehicle. Step away from me, all right? Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me. Please, man.
I'm not going to shoot you. Step out and face away.
I'm gonna get out of here, man. Please don't shoot me, man. Please, man. I just lost my mom, man.
Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me, Mr. Officer. Please don't shoot me, man.
Step out and face away.
You're not shoot me, man.
I'm not shooting you. Step out and face away.
Okay. Please, man. Please. I didn't know, man.
Get out of the car.
I didn't know, Mr. Officer. I didn't know.
Right now.
Once again, you can hear the female that was in the vehicle with George Floyd. You later see her up against the wall with another man. You clearly hear her yell, "Stop resisting," to George Floyd. If you didn't catch it, I'll go back a couple seconds here. I don't know if I went.
Right now.
Well, the reason I bring that up too is a lot of people were saying that he didn't resist at all, that he was very compliant. He got out, he listened, this and that, but this clearly shows that he was resisting. Not physically, he wasn't fighting or punching, but that is a form of resisting.
Get his door home. Hey, you come back. Stay in the car.
Player one, that's all about censorship, brother or sister. I don't know who it is. Haven't seen this on CNN all day, and if you search Google Floyd in Google or YouTube, you only get old stuff. Yeah, I was lucky to stumble across this through another YouTube channel. I'm sure they'll probably remove this channel or this video at a later date, or they want it out there simply to cause more riots and racial divide.
Stop resisting that.
Just a quick hint, I don't know if you know anything about DuckDuckGo. Surpass Google search and you get some good information off of, just type in DuckDuckGo in your search engine, and then jump from their search engine to DuckDuckGo, and you'll find some good articles, real articles, up-to-date articles.
Yes, you are.
True Seeker in the house.
Stand up. Against the wall. Yes.
What I do?
We're figuring out what's going on. Drop the bag.
Figure out what's going on.
Adam,
What's the problem?
Said something to him. It ain't us.
we was getting the ride.
I just got my phone fixed. It's my accident.
Adam, don't be.
That's my ex.
Are you good?
He told me to get in my car.
That's it, man.
They make some Floyd.
You got ID?
You can ask Mr. Adam about me.
Do you have ID?
I'm on 38 years old. 38 years old.
Sir, I just came about the tablet, and when I bought a tablet, it didn't. He didn't
Oh
work.
my God. He didn't even do nothing.
Do you have ID?
No, I don't. My
Yeah,
name's
they did
Shawan
the name on it?
Hill. No.
Sir.
Okay.
I just came over to get my phone to see I don't have a purse or nothing.
Mr. Adam
And my
knows
daughter
me,
is on her
man.
way to get me.
What's the deal?
I don't
Mr. Adam
know.
knows me, sir.
That's my ex. I don't know.
Why is he getting all squirrely, not showing his hands, and just being all weird like that?
Because he's been shot
Well,
before. He don't
Well, I
wanna-
get that, but still, when I'm gonna take it out of the car.
All right, AB, if you're listening, you're right. She did say that George Floyd was her ex. I didn't catch it the first time.
going
Is
on.
he drunk? Is he on something?
Oh, he got a thing going on. I'm telling you
What
about
does
the
that mean?
police. We have problems all the time when they come, especially when that man took that gun like that. It's been one.
What's your first name?
He's pretty good. George Floyd.
What is it?
He's a good guy. George Floyd, she said.
Real quick, if any, all y'all that are in the chat, if you heard of George Floyd since the beginning of being shot by a police officer in the past, press 1. If you never heard of it until just now, press 2, because I don't believe it. Because once again, if he was shot by a police officer in the past, they would have brought that up in the news. CNN, they would have been like, look, you know, officers tried to kill Floyd years ago and he was shot by cops. I never heard of it until now. I think it's just a complete lie what they were saying. So if you've never heard anything about George Floyd, or if you heard something about George Floyd getting shot by officers, press 1. If you haven't, press 2. Yeah, see? That's what they're saying. That, oh, he's nervous because he's been shot by the police before. That would have been all over the news. George Floyd, cops attempted to kill George Floyd years ago, but they succeeded this time, or something like, you know, something crazy. Did George Floyd deserve to die? Absolutely no, not. I don't condone this type of behavior at all. But anyways, I'll shut up. Keep hitting play.
What, are you on something right now?
No, nothing.
You acting erratic. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Yes. Yes, I was just moving earlier.
Let's go.
All right, let me calm down now. It's a little better now.
Keep walking.
Okay, do me one favor, man.
No, let me get to the car. Let's get to the car, man. Come on.
Player 1 says he did hear that George Floyd was shot by the cops. All right, well, I'm going to have to do some research and try to look that up. But thanks for the input.
Oh, man.
He does not have a twin brother, Scott, NYC. You can look it up. I'll do another live stream and show the interview. The reason why they said twin brother, his best friend that played in the NFL, they looked very similar. I mean, they looked almost like brothers. I watched the video. They called each other twins because they grew up together and they were friends. And since they looked so much alike, they called each other twins. That was definitely debunked. And he was interviewed numerous times and clear and said, "We're not brothers. We just look a lot alike."
God, don't leave me, man. Please, man. Please, man.
Here. I want to watch that car too, so get this.
Stand up. Stop falling down.
All right, one more thing I'll say here, and then I'll try to shut up to the whole thing. You hear him say over and over and over again that he's claustrophobic to be in a vehicle, but he was the one that was in the driver's seat of the vehicle when they pulled him out. So how come he wasn't claustrophobic in his own vehicle, but being put in the back of a police car, all of a sudden now he's claustrophobic? Makes no sense there.
Stay on your feet and face the car door.
Take care, Saul. Better call Saul.
Please. Please. Get out the door, man. I don't want to talk to you, man. Please, let me talk to you, please. Man, you ain't listening to nothing we're saying, so we're not going to listen to nothing you're saying.
Can you watch that car? Just make sure no one goes in it.
I hear you, but you are going to face the door right now.
Listen up. Stop.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything y'all tell me to do, man. I'm not a resistor, man. I'm not. You can ask him. He know me, you know.
This side.
God, man, I'm going to do nothing like that, y'all. Why is it going on like this? Look at my wrist, officer. I'm not that kind of guy.
The other side.
Mr. Officer, I'm not that kind of guy.
Stop.
Please. I'm not that kind of guy, Mr. Officer. Please.
Face away.
Please, man. Don't leave me by myself, man. Please. I'm just claustrophobic.
That's a good point there, Scott. And jail cells get claustrophobic also, yeah. A lot of things you all remember when this first happened. They said that George Floyd did not resist at all. He was very compliant, very cooperative, got in the vehicle, etc. Then they removed him from the vehicle. This clearly debunks that he wasn't violent, but this is strictly, resisting, struggling to get him in the car. He's saying that he's claustrophobic. He's tensing up. He won't comply and just get into the car. Once again, in the eyes of the law, that's considered resisting.
That's it.
Well, you're still going in the car.
Anything sharp on you? I won't do nothing to hurt y'all. No, sir. Nothing. I don't have nothing. Why y'all doing me like that? Please, crack it for me and stuff, man. I am claustrophobic for real, Mr. Officer.
You got him?
You please crack it for me, please.
Yes, I'm cracking.
Stay with me, man.
I will.
Please stay with me, man. Thank you. God, man. I didn't know I was doing that, man. Please, man. I don't want none of y'all, man. Nothing.
You got it?
Sister Angel Cortita, our wonderful sister in Christ and law enforcement officer, states here in chat, when you do not step out of the car when asked to, you are being resistant. Shaking my head, exactly. Resisting arrest, resisting being detained.
I'm listening. And I understand that people do stuff.
But does that warrant him being killed by the other officer? Absolutely not. I'm not coming on here saying, well, he did all this and that, he deserved to die. Absolutely not. George Floyd didn't deserve to die. And once again, I'll say it again. I believe this video was leaked, just like AB agreed. Let's put some more fuel on the fire. Let's get this civil unrest and racial division even stronger, to create more. Well, you get what I'm saying. Basically, start some more protests, more riots, more burning of buildings, etc. Once people see this, because when you witness it, you have sympathy for him. That's the parts of the video they're showing. The parts where you feel sorry for him, he's scared he's going to get shot, talks about losing his mom. Now he's saying he's claustrophobic, please don't kill me. And it makes your heart kind of, hurt for him. That hurt is going to turn into more anger. Like I said, let's see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours across the United States and see if the protest, aka riots, explode and go off the hinges again, even stronger than what we have now.
All right, he's good. His guns were there's nothing working.
Okay.
Grab a seat.
Okay.
I'll roll the windows down, okay?
please don't take a seat. I'm going in, Mr. Officer. I'm going in. No, you're not. I gotta go in. Take a seat. Grab a seat, man. Mine, I don't believe me, Mr. Officer. Take a seat. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, man. Take a seat. Yo, I'm gonna die here. Take a seat. I'm gonna die, man. You need to take a seat right now. And I just had COVID, man. I don't want to go back to that.
Okay, I'll roll the windows down. Hey, listen.
Dang, man.
Listen.
I'm not that kind of guy.
I'll roll the windows down and
Please,
put your
man.
legs in, all right?
Y'all
Put the air on.
stop. Look at that. Look at that.
Not even listening.
Look at it. Look at it.
We can fix it, but not while you're standing out here.
Okay, man. God, y'all do me bad, man. Man, I don't want to try to win. I don't want to try to win. I don't want to win. I'm claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic. I got anxiety. I don't want to do nothing to them.
I'll roll the window down.
Man, I'm scared. When I start breathing, it's going to go off on me, man.
Pull your legs in.
Okay. Let me count to three. And I'm going in. Please. I'm not trying to win. I get on the ground, anything. I can't stand this, man. He know it.
Get in this car. We can talk.
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm hearing you, but you're not working with me.
God, I'm claustrophobic, man.
Come on over here. I'm going to pull you in.
Get in the car. In the front.
No, you're not getting in the car.
I'm claustrophobic.
I was in the car.
Okay, man, okay. I'm not a bad guy, man.
Get in the car.
I'm not a bad guy. Man. Please, officer. Please, sit. Please.
Take a seat.
Please, man. Please. No.
Take a seat.
I can't choke. I can't breathe, officer. Please.
Fine.
Once again, he's screaming that he can't breathe. He's claustrophobic, but he wasn't acting like this when he was in his own vehicle when the officer knocked on the window and was trying to get George Floyd to step out of the vehicle. If you're claustrophobic in the back of a cop car, you would be claustrophobic in the front seat of your own vehicle, which would hinder you from even driving at all.
My wrist, man. Please. I can't take this, man. I can't. I'm gonna lay on the ground.
Get in the squad.
I'm gonna lay on the ground. I'm going down. We're down.
We're down. Squad.
I'm not breathing. I know I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
All right, that's all that was supposedly leaked out. So anyways, I didn't show the video and talk about the video because of the fact stating that it was okay what happened to George Floyd. Did he deserve to die? Absolutely not. But was he resisting arrest? He wasn't even clearly under arrest at the time. He was being detained and put into the back of a squad car so they could do their investigation. But anyways, don't condone it. At one time, once again, when it first happened, we as Americans were united for 2 or 3 days. White people, black people, Asian people, Native American people such as myself, Mexicans, Latino, whatever. Everybody was at one point all in agreement that the officer that knelt down and put his knee on George Floyd's neck, that was, murder. But it didn't fit the agenda of the global elitists to create this huge racial divide that's stirring up and all these BLM marches and Antifa, etc. It's no longer about George Floyd. They don't even know what they're protesting about. They are funded by George Soros and other far left-leaning groups that want nothing better to do than to destroy America, to bring us to our knees and implement their one world order or new world order, one world government, then their one world religion, etc. My views are pretty spot on a lot of the times, and most of you all I shouldn't have to even tell you all because you all know. Most everybody on this channel is wide awake. So, all right. Thank you all for coming in. Fear no man. Never fear death. Get right with God. Fight the good fight. And always stay locked and loaded. God bless. Much love to everybody. Stay safe. Once again, another thing too. Minneapolis, Minnesota police officer said, if criminals come up to you and they go to rob you or they go to mug you or carjack you, comply. Do not resist. Give them your keys. Give them what they want for your own safety. If they home invasion, if they kick in your door, tell them, give them your cash. They even stated while walking to your car, have your keys in your hand and your wallet, or have your keys in your hand and your purse, and be ready to hand them over if somebody approaches you and says, give me your wallet, etc. That just doesn't sound right to me. And what a perfect way to get criminals to hear that and say, well, hot damn, we got a better chance of, let's do more robberies because people aren't going to fight back. My opinion. So, yeah, F that. I don't think so. Sister Rondar says, all right, everybody. Like I said, tomorrow I got to go to the cardiologist and see what's up. Hopefully, won't have to have any kind of heart surgery. Hopefully, I get the okay to have my hernia surgery, and I should be feeling a lot better. Once again, fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and always stay locked and loaded. God bless. Much love.